Welcome to the French, British, American news show. I'm Peter Collery and...
And I'm Alistair Quentin.
Monkeys, lots of monkeys arise everywhere in the world. And let's tell the world they are killing people. Finally, the monkeys are killing people. Let's see the picture.
This is a very angry monkey.
Yes, very angry monkey. Indeed.
Our top story in international news, monkey attacks have raged the country of China.
Yes, because we need to know more about Chinese people.
Yes, in fact, out of the 1.5 billion people in the country, over 6 have been killed
Only
by monkeys.
6?
Well, 6.5.
What do you mean and a half? A midget has been killed?
I'm trying to be specific.
6.5. 6 or 6? Or 7?
One of the Chinese was actually cut in 2 by monkeys. I counted it as a half.
Very good indeed. Jefferson?
That's Alistair Quentin.
Oh, the same thing, Jefferson or Quinton or...
Right. Our next news story comes from the world of finance.
Finally, the Dow Jones again.
Well, it's not exactly the Dow Jones.
What happened to Dow Jones? What happened to Dow Jones?
The American company Enron has returned to the public market
and it's finally
under
called
a new name.
Enrich yourself! Yeah!
Enrich, a very clever twist.
I love it.
By those folks there. In fact, the spokesperson from Enrich was quoted as saying,
an Indian guy, I believe, yes, an Indian guy from Enron, enrich yourself.
I suppose he was Indian. He was quoted as saying, "We will try very hard not to screw over everyone in the world again."
Very good imitation, my buddy.
I don't know what you're
Good
talking
guy, man.
about. Moving on.
Okay, some real news. What about George W. Bush?
Very big story coming in from the American continent. American President George W. Bush has been re-elected.
Yes, George Bush again. I love it. George Bush, George Bush,
This
George
comes
Bush.
as something of a surprise, seeing that the elections are still several weeks away. However, President Bush was quoted as saying, "We don't need these elections. That's just what the terrorists would want."
My George Bush. I love you, man. So what happened? What about Bond? There is a famous girl, I think it's a girl you told me about, called Barry Bond. Can we have a picture of Barry Bond, please?
I'm sorry, did you say Barry Bonds?
Yes.
That is not Barry Bonds.
Come on, that's the French female soccer player, Barry Bond.
Barry Bonds is not French, nor female, nor Caucasian.
You mean like he's black and maybe like a baseball player?
Yes, that is who Barry Bonds is.
And would he have like some kind of a fat face?
If you insist.
Hello, do we have some kind of a black guy, fat face, playing baseball? Oh.
Yes, that is Barry Bonds.
Wow, doesn't look like a nice guy, really.
Well, he doesn't look like much of anything anymore. Our top story in sports, Barry Bonds, American baseball superstar, has exploded. Yes, apparently his levels of hormones and steroids in his body reached a critical mass, much as my animated co-host is showing you now.
Yes. Okay. Can we talk about something exciting? Like, let's talk about sex now. Let's talk about sex, you and me.
I wish we didn't have to. But our health story, a study from Girly Girl magazine reports that oral sex does extend the lives of males. This was, of course, a study that compared oral sex to a regimen of aspirin taking daily and daily voodoo rituals.
And I wanted to say to the people, we don't talk enough about the voodoos. Everybody needs a voodoo. Everybody needs a coach. I need a voodoo, and I want a coach, and I want something who will tell me what to do in real life.
Yes, of course, this news about the health benefits of oral sex will help our own Peter Collery, who clearly is going to live to the age of 800.
Thank you so much.
What a wonderful story that was.
You're so nice, my friend. Jefferson is so nice. I'll have you on the show again.
Alistair Quentin
Alistair.
is my name. Our next very soggy story.
Space news. Are you a fan of Star Wars? Like,
Yes.
Well, tell me about intergalactic news.
On the intergalactic front, under the heading Robot Wars, we have the following story.
Yes.
Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of
Finally!
the Decepticons.
Yes.
Voltron,
Great.
defender of the universe,
Yes.
could not be reached for comment.
I love it.
However, the manufacturer
Yes.
of the evil robots
Yes.
from the Japanese company Sony
Yes.
did give us a quote, Mr. Yashimoto.
It's very difficult. I like to be America, but Star Wars was difficult. すごい私は苦いの嫌いよ
You're
嫌い
no,
よ
you're no slouch at impressions yourself,
Yes.
my friend.
Well, I've been to acting school for a couple of years in America.
Yes,
so
we've all heard that
American
story
acting,
before. Thank you so much.
Right.
Our next story comes to you from the world of culture.
Oh, culture, right. Czechoslovakia. I've done so much work on Czechoslovakia years ago. I was doing a Czechoslovakian woman.
Of course you were. The story from Czechoslovakia. The country of Czechoslovakia has apparently reunited itself. Allegedly, the people of the Czech Republic and those of Slovakia decided that no one really cared that they split up in the first place.
But I don't understand why they split up. Why did I do so much work years ago? I had to date so many girls from that country. I could have dated another country, like Russia or France or even British girls.
Yes, well, at least
So I spent so much time for nothing, for waste?
it's expanded your lifespan. I'm
God.
sorry to say.
What a work, journalist.
Well,
Don't ever become a journalist. Do something else, please.
that will do it for us here at the French British American News. I'm Alistair Quentin.
And I'm Peter Caldery.
Good evening.
Thank you so much.